Good day everybody, my name is Kishif from KingstonKettlebells and Calisthenics, and today we're here to take a closer look at the kettlebell one-arm snatch, hardstyle variation. Now, again, if you're watching this video, we'll assume that you've already seen the videos about the one-arm swing, the one-arm clean, the one-arm high pull, and now you're ready to go for the kettlebell snatch. So let's take a look at what that looks like. We're set up behind our bed. We're taking that tripod stance, which we use. We break the handle, hinge, big chest, eyes forward, or your gaze is forward, the hips hinge back, we're not squatting. Non-working arm is next to the handle, and we'll move it along with the working arm. We pull, we drive, we lock out up top, bicep close to the ear, wrist, elbow, shoulder, all stacked up, straight down the torso. We release, hinge, and drive. Release, hinge, and drive. Do a couple more reps. There we go. So that's the kettlebell snatch. Now there's a few things happening there, and I'll try my best to go through them individually. So again, we know what our kettlebell one-arm swing looks like. That bell goes behind. We drive the hips. With the one-arm swing, we always aim to have the bell somewhere around shoulder height. With the snatch, we're trying to drive that bell up as high as it will go. Also, we're retracting the shoulder blade. So we drive up, the wrist or the handle of the bell now goes up with it, and I'm retracting as it's going up. As that bell travels up with that force from the hips, I'm going to pull that retraction effect, pull back and punch into the bell. Again with loose fingers, very similar to how we have our fingers loose for the kettlebell clean. So if you're one of those athletes who love gripping really tight on the bell, you'll find that you'll have everything set up the right way. You'll get that right drive, you will retract like you're supposed to, and as you punch up, because you're holding on to the bell so much, it just comes over and it will bang on the forearm. So if you want to prevent that banging on the forearm, you need to have that timing where the bell gets to that floating, now it's almost weightless, where you slightly release the grip, allowing the bell to turn in your hands, and you insert up and into the bell. Now let's look at how we come down with the bell, because that's in itself its own technique. Getting it up seems like the difficult part, but for most people it's getting it down and not ripping on the arm, or the palm I should say. That's the biggest challenge for most athletes. So one of the things I like teaching my athletes is that once you're up at the top position, you want to think about flicking the wrist almost, especially if we're using hardstyle. We want to flip it like a doorknob. So we flip it over the doorknob. The bell, or the bottom of the bell, should start facing away from you, from the top of the position. Once you have that bell flipped over, now you just retract, keeping the bell inwards. So we protract, pushing it up and away, retract, keeping it nice and tight, timing the bell, and as soon as you feel it's going to get to the hips, we hinge back to receive it like a kettlebell swing. We drive, insert. Again, we protract at the shoulder, scaps, all that should elevate, pushing the bell up and off the forearm. It flips over, faces away, then you get a nice grip onto it, keep shoulder now retracted from that point onwards, bring it down into the hips and back up. So I'll show you a couple more reps from this side. tripod position, chest forward, break at the handle, and go. And that's your kettlebell snatch. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it made sense. Hope it break down things for you a little bit more, or I should say, hopefully clarified things for you a little bit better. So go ahead, put those tips into practice, and practice is what's going to really make the technique sharper, cleaner, and just feel a little bit more relaxed rather than getting that bang on the forearm. Hope you enjoy. Have a good one.